What's up people and welcome to this video. So in this video guys, we're gonna be talking a bit more about the new upcoming hero HARLEY. Okay, I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that right. I think I am, but I'm not sure. HARLEY? I think. Okay, either way. So here we have the picture which we took a look at the last time, and now we're gonna be taking a look at how it looks like in the game when you're selecting him and stuff like that. We're also gonna be talking about the last skill which we didn't find out the last time. If you saw the full video which I did on his full skills and lore, I didn't mention one skill because I didn't know it, but now I do, okay? And if you haven't checked out the video, you should really do, especially for his lore. The lore, in my opinion, it's actually really good. I actually enjoyed reading the lore, and I think you guys enjoyed me reading it for you as well. So we're gonna go over all of his skills in this video as well, but not as in-depth as I made in that video, okay? But with no further ado, we're just gonna go take a look at the small trailer which we got for him right there. I'm not sure if you can call it a trailer, but anyway, here we have it. You can see this hat floating around, then you can see him basically popping out of it, and then you can see these cards floating around him. I really like the design of the cards. I think it looks really badass. Just one thing which I think like directly comes to my mind when watching this video. This have to is this like the skin for him? Because in my opinion, this guy in this trailer right here, HARLEY here, the clothing of him looks a lot darker if you're gonna compare it to this one. It looks much more purple and red and just much more colorful, but if you take a look at this one, it definitely looks much more darker. So I have a theory that maybe this skin which we're seeing here on the screen is actually maybe the skin for him. Not completely sure about that. Usually when they release like how the skin is gonna be looking, they either release the first photo of the hero on like their Facebook page, then they release the skin picture as well along with the first picture, but they didn't do that this time. They just released this picture and then they did really release the skin. So then what they usually do if they don't do that directly, then they when they release like this skin trailer, this animation trailer for the hero, then they usually also have the skin in this trailer. But now we can only see one skin, so this might just go ahead and be the skin which you can buy for him. Not completely sure about that, because in my opinion it doesn't really look exactly alike, okay? The colors is definitely off 100%. The colors is definitely 100% off. You can also go and see it on the hat. The hat is definitely a lot darker and stuff like that. But that is one thing which I've been thinking a bit about, that this might just going to be the skin for him. I'm not completely sure about that, okay? I'm not completely sure about that. It might be the original skin, okay? But either way, let's go ahead and talk about this last skill, okay? But I'm gonna go ahead and make it a bit more annoying for you. I'm gonna go over all the skills which I mentioned last time, okay? So I also have confirmed like which skill is which, okay? So the first one which we were talking about in the last video was the passive. A magician knows the essence of magic, adds X% medical damage to basic attacks, dealing magic damage. Okay, so this was the passive, and this was the skill which was the most obvious. Okay, directly when I read it, I was like, well, that have to be the passive. Okay, it can't be a skill. Okay, so we were already kind of sure about this one. Okay, basically the more magic power he has, the more he's basically will deal. Really cool, really cool. Then we have this second skill which I was a bit unsure about. Okay, I thought this could potentially be skill 1 or skill 2, could potentially be the ultimate, but I definitely didn't think it was gonna be that. I thought definitely skill 1 or skill 2. You can even see that I typed skill 1 above it, and it turns out that this is actually skill 1, so we know that now. Shoots X rounds of cards, dealing X medical damage to the first hit enemy, and increases his attack speed by X% each hit up to X times, lasting X second. A real cool ability right here. Definitely sounds like he could potentially be played like a marksman. I'm pretty sure he is a mage. From what I know, he is a mage, okay? But it definitely sounds like you can go ahead and deal a good amount of damage with your basic attacks as well, because all the boost and the passive and this second skill. I mean, this first skill, Jesus Christ. And then we got this description, okay? And as you can see, I wrote above it skill 1 or ultimate, okay? Well, or alt. Drum roll. This is his ultimate, okay? And I also was kinda sure about that in the last video which I made, because I was like, this description is extremely long, it sounds like this ability is a bit complicated, and it feels like this is gonna be the most badass skill which he's gonna be having, so you automatically think that is the ultimate, and it turns out it is the ultimate, okay? Locks an enemy target in sight and launches a fire ring. Can be blocked by other heroes, okay? And this was a struggle I had in the last video. Can be blocked by other heroes. They are not really precise about this. They're not really specific saying like how it's gonna be blocked. If a hero just walks in front of this fire ring, will it be blocked? We don't know. Or are they meaning like if Lolita walks in front of it with her shield, obviously then it will be blocked, but I'm not sure if it's counting only heroes as well. Anyway, dealing X magical damage at hit and generating a big fire ring around the target for X seconds. Okay, so the target which is hit will get this fire ring around him or her for X seconds, which allows Harley to deal damage to the target by hitting the fire ring. Okay, so this is really hard to like imagine it, but like, is he gonna be hitting the fire ring and not the hero? That's the thing which I feel like it's kind of weird, but sure, it might be pretty badass. So he's gonna be attacking the fire ring, I guess, and then the fire ring will attacking the hero. Not really sure, guess maybe. Then it deals X and X% damage taken during this period by the target magical damage. Okay, blah blah blah, there we have. That was the ultimate. Now let's go ahead and talk about the skill, which we didn't know about the last time. Okay, so it is skill number 2. It is the second skill. Okay, so even I haven't read through this skill yet. Okay, I haven't read it. I got it and I was like, I'm not gonna read it until the video. Okay, so I'm gonna be reading with you guys for the first time ever. I'm not sure what it will do. Let's go and take a look at that. Disappears right away. Okay, disappears right away. That sounds pretty cool. Leaving a magic hat at his place and then appears in the front. So it sounds like he's teleporting forward, leaving his hat at the place which he currently was, okay? Increasing his movement speed by X% for X second. Use this skill again in X seconds to return to the hat. That's amazing. Increasing his attack speed and movement speed by X seconds. Wow, he's increasing his attack speed again? But boy, I've been waiting for this for so long. Finally! And now it might be, what the crap have you been waiting? You have been waiting for this goddamn skill? Okay, I'm sorry. No, the thing which I've been waiting for is a hero which can jump away and then jump back to the same location. Imagine a bit like Hayabusa, okay? So Hayabusa has these 4 shadows he can throw out in 4 different directions, then he can jump to all of those 4. But this time, imagine it like Hayabusa, he throws out 1 shadow in front and then 1 shadow where he is standing. He jumps automatically to the shadow which is in his front, but then he can decide if he want to go and return to his original place where the first shadow was, where he was standing, okay? Okay, I just made it more complicated, but I think you get it, okay? But I think it's really cool. And actually now when I read this second skill as well, I'm not completely sure about this, but he could definitely be a mage marksman, okay? Because his passive will go ahead and give his basic attacks more damage by having more magical power, okay? Bam, okay, that's the passive. His first skill will go ahead and increase his attack speed and also like shoot some cards and stuff like that, but it will increase in attack speed, okay? So both the passive and the first skill will go ahead and give him some sort of a buff on his basic attacks. Then we have his second skill, okay? He can jump away and stuff like that, increase his movement speed, and then he returns back, I guess. I'm not sure if it's only when he returns back or maybe if he jumps away as well. Increases his attack speed again, okay? So, are you hearing this? His passive, his second skill, and his first skill and his second skill, all of those 3 are buffing his basic attacks, okay? So it definitely sounds like he's gonna be able to be a marksman mage. But wait, there is more, if you might have figured this out. So, the ultimate as well, he launches this fire ring, and it says in this, he attacks the fire ring, which gonna deal damage to the target. And this might be a 4th buff on his basic attacks, guys. Holy shit, okay? Because attacking the fire ring will make his basic attack deal even more damage. I think you heard it here first. I think he will be potentially a mage marksman, okay? It definitely sounds like you're gonna be able to deal a lot of damage with his basic attacks either way. He might not be counting as a marksman, but I think you can definitely play him as a mage marksman, okay? It definitely sounds like that. Either way guys, that was all for this video. I really hope you enjoyed the video about this new hero, about his skill, which we didn't know, and how it's gonna be looking. And remember to sign up for the giveaway and you will have a chance of winning a skin. You know what to do. Subscribe, like, comment down below your ID, your in-game name, and the skin what you want. But anyway guys, all for this video. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope I will see you in the next video guys. But as always, thank you for watching.